Okay, so Ben, if you get on the point and then pick people to come and read their fortunes.
Cool. I have no idea how a tarot reading is done.
I know better. Probably.
You
perfect.
pick a card and then make up gibberish.
Yep.
All right. Who needs to know? Who has a question about their future? Matt. Perfect.
you look like you're very eager.
I've actually done tarot readings.
So you're gonna judge
From a
him?
booklet.
I see.
There's a desert buck. Hooray!
So that means that every shift so far has raised a desert buck or more.
That's amazing.
And Paul is next, right?
Yep.
Is it Friday? Today's
Yes.
Friday.
Today's Friday morning.
Today is the last full day of Desert
Yeah.
Bus, right? Which means that there's no way that Paul isn't going to raise a Desert Buck. Which means this is probably the first year ever that every single shift has raised Desert Bus 1 on their shift.
That's super cool.
Every single one.
That's so cool.
That's all you. That's
Yeah,
all
thank you so much.
So we raised, I'm so happy. You guys are awesome.
And you're gonna take $500,000 away from Paul too. That's the goal.
That'd be lovely.
Oh, I hope so.
3 hours.
Man, I remember a friend of mine did a tarot reading for me, and she handed me the deck of cards beforehand.
Right.
And she's like, I need you to shuffle them. And I'm like, okay. And I cut the deck and riffle shuffle them. And she's like,
no.
and I was like, what? And she's just like looking at me blankly, and I'm like, what?
I feel that's me though at game stores though is whenever
Yeah.
like somebody it's like when I went to game day for Kaladesh and I was like I have like a foil Chandra in there. Like,
Yeah.
Could you not, man?
or like when I. Oh, the last time I played a lot of Standard was when was in a Strat Standard when there was a Solar Flare deck,
Right.
and I handed my deck off to somebody and they riffle shuffled it, and I'm like, I got 4 Lilianas in there, bro. Could you?
Yeah, right. Like
Yeah.
it's like I don't want to seem like I'm like being a dong and like making it so you can't like shuffle to your standards, but all right.
It's time to commence the tarot reading.
Ooh.
This is a magical set of tarot cards. We place it here in the center to symbolize this is what you want to be. You want to center yourself. But right now, you are full of turmoil. Just like this deck. What I must ask you to do is just knock it over.
Gently, it's worth a lot of money.
Perfect. This is you. You are just a turmoil sack of nonsense.
How dare you?
But you cannot be that. Pick any card, and I will tell you what it means. And we will journey through a story. This card represents you right now. You are a swamp. You are dirty, you are disgusting, and nobody wants to build a home in you.
Oh.
But you are on a path. Because, like land in magic, it is a stepping stone to a higher calling, a greater thing. Choose the next card. This will be your first step. Ah yes, a swamp. Perhaps I shouldn't be using a mono black deck to do this.
It's fine.
This symbolizes that for a while you're going to be real grody, but it's okay because this next card represents the future, what you will end up as. A swamp.
Get it together!
I present to you my 100-card swamp.
That feel when you flood out IRL.
Well, I'm sorry I couldn't fix it. Perhaps another time. Next person.
I'm putting all the cards in the bone zone so you can see their past, their present, and their future. There's Matt in all stages of Matt.
Now I'm going to shuffle this for no reason. Hello, friend.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Feeling strong.
I'm glad. Why have you come here today?
I would like to get some insight into my character from an RNG source.
Fantastic. Well, I'm sure from watching from afar you understand how this goes. We want you to be centered. knock it over and symbolize your current disarray. Great. That all you got? You wanker. Now.
Ham in a nutshell, actually.
That was great.
Wanker? Wow, harsh.
Oh!
No, that. The ordered disarray.
Now, pick the first card to represent your current state of mind.
Please be a swamp. Please be a swamp. Please be a swamp.
Ah, yes, the Ristic Tutor.
Ooh.
This card represents the worst of the tutor cards. No, it's not that bad. However, it represents that right now you are at a point where you have much room to grow. Someday you too could become a diabolic tutor.
Ooh.
But right now you are simply
I'll hand that to Serge.
Ah, yes.
He's
All
stealing
right.
his cards, by the way.
Now let
He's
us
never
go
giving those
to
back.
the next, the stepping stone that you will take to get to the future. Ah, you will have an asylum visitor. Do you have any crazy relatives at all?
Yes.
Fantastic. I hope I'm not diving into some dark territory. They will visit you, and it will be a grand time. After they are done, you will finally blossom into this.
Come on, top deck.
You will get mutilated by that person, and you will no longer be alive. And if you're no longer alive, then you have no more problems. Next person. I have time for one more.
Yes. Voluntold.
And we can switch to the bone zone to see Cameron's past, present, and future.
This deck, so
Hello, friend. How are you today?
we'll find out.
Absolutely, absolutely. Is there a reason you came to me today?
He told me.
Fantastic. Well, I mean, he's only got so much time left. He might as well spend it with his friends.
You've lost control of your life. That's why you're here.
Perfect, perfect. As always, center yourself, center your mind, empty it, as a good friend of mine who has a very bad and poor disposition and yells a lot says. Now, create the disarray in your heart. Whoa. Jesus. Is everything okay, dog?
No.
All right. Pick your current state.
Direct.
You're under duress. There is strain going on in your heart right now.
It's appropriate for the seventh day of Desert Bus.
Absolutely. A lot of stress, a lot of turmoil. But we want to relieve that stress. We want to get to a point where you're happy, healthy, not dying, and not living in a swamp. Because those are bad things.
Thanks.
Let's see the stepping stone.
Terror.
Utter terror. You will go through a very, very shocking moment. You might not be able to handle it, but this terror that you go through is what is going to set you into your final state of being.
Alright.
Don't worry, this isn't the terrible part. Or maybe it is. You become a giant bug woman named Shieldred the Whispering One. And really, if you're a giant bug person who can raise things from the dead, including giant beasts from the netherworld, you really don't have anything to be stressed out about anymore, dog.
Alright, that's fair.
And in the end, that is all for Ben's Tarot readings from the Highlanders.
Thanks, Ben.
How was I the only one to get a land?
I don't know, man.
I like it. Felix called that looking for hope in the mono black.
Like,